Welcome back to the Tahoe Real Estate Show. Chris Joseph joins us from Keep Tahoe Blue and the League to Save Lake Tahoe. Chris, you got some unfortunate news to share with us, and it's about an invasive species, the New Zealand mud snails. Did I get that right?
Yeah, you got it right. I'm sad to share news that for the first time in at least 15 years, Lake Tahoe has a new aquatic invasive species. So I say 15 years because in 2008, that's when the Lake Tahoe Boat Inspection Program began. Since then, until late September, there had not been a new introduction of an aquatic invasive species in the lake. Sadly, some divers doing a routine survey of kind of the nearshore area found New Zealand mud snails, which are tiny, tiny little snails that live basically on the sandy bottoms up to depths of 95 feet they've been found. And when I say tiny, I mean you could fit 50 of them on the head of a dime.
Okay.
So it's clearly a big problem. They reproduce very quickly. Once they're in the lake, there's no way to get them out. So the best thing that we can hope to do now is control them.
Okay. So what type of harm do they cause unchecked?
So like any aquatic invasive species, they basically throw off the kind of the ecological system and the balance in the lake. So they can outcompete native species, they can change food web interactions, what eats what, and generally the end effect, unfortunately, could be they turn our beautiful blue lake green. So that's why we are very much trying to keep a hold on these things and keep them out. And if they're in here, keep them contained and managed as much as possible.
So lots on the line. What's being done so far?
So right now it's really the kind of the research phase still, the discovery phase. So there's surveys all around the lake trying to map out the extent of the current infestation. And then once we have that firm scientific basis of where their presence is, we're enlisting all the scientists around the lake, staff from the league, and trying to figure out what is the best way to manage these things so we can keep them where they are and not allow them to spread. But the most important thing, and how they probably got to the lake, is because of users like you and me.
Right.
These things are so small they can get embedded in the sole of your shoe, on your fishing gear, in your kayak, on your paddleboard. So it's crucial that everybody cleans, drains, and dries everything they bring into the lake, whether it's a tackle box or a float toy, right? Because any kind of careless, unintentional mistake can change this lake forever. So like it's really up to us.
What happens differently for the league in the wintertime? Do you still have programs like the Pipe Keepers program? And I know last year we were talking about some of the trash at some of the sledding hills and the microplastics that funnel down into that big, beautiful lake.
Yeah, so the league doesn't take a break in seasons, right? We're trying to protect the lake and keep it blue 365 days a year. In summer, the focus changes from, like for everybody, from the lake to the mountains, right? So everybody's trying to recreate and have all their fun up on the slope somewhere, whether it's the big hill fun, you're skiing or you're riding, or it's the small hill fun, like on those sled hills.
Right.
So snow has this kind of sneaky way of covering everything up, right? But that stuff, everybody's seen it in the spring, the great trash bloom, right? When the snow melts, it all comes out, and if it doesn't get picked up, it washes into the lake. So it's just another reminder. Do not litter, pack out everything you packed in. If you see some trash, pick it up and put it in a sealed garbage can or dumpster.
All right, it's one big granite funnel. Everything filters into the lake. So get a chance, go on to the league's website. Stay tuned, more of the Tahoe Real Estate Show coming right up.